Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to the Modern Warfare 2 review. I was going to do Forza 3 review, as many of you know, but I tried doing that, but the game kept on freezing while I was, recording the software, and I tried it about like 5 or 6 times, and it just wasn't working. So this is part 1. We're going to be looking at the single player campaign, and then in part 2 we're going to be going to the multiplayer and the special ops. So as you can see, this is a sequel to the best-selling first-person shooter of 2007, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This is basically the biggest flagship title out there. Like, many people love this game so much that they went to like the midnight release, and this probably was the best-selling game of 2009 because there are probably millions of people who just went ahead and just bought the game, regardless of whether they have like multiplayer or not, because it was such a good game. So fortunately it did live up to its hype. Many people already probably got the game and they all love it, and yeah, it's one of those games where it's just gritty and violent and just a very story driven game that's just gonna make you just look around, just appreciate what you have in the game. So as you can see, the environment reacts to like the way you play. I shot up in the air because I had to get the civilians out of the city, so they did run. And right now we're looking on near the beginning of the game. This is Favela, the level Favela. I'm not really sure what the name of the level is, but that's the map I'm playing on. So yeah, this game is first person action adventure game, and it's very story driven. And yeah, well, let's talk about how the story starts off, because as many people really just don't care. I played through the story first and then went on to the multiplayer, and that's what I usually do with games. I always want to play the single player game first. So today, for the single player campaign, it's the sequel that it follows after the events of the first Modern Warfare. As many of you know, whoever played the first one, your character just sort of got rescued, and then everyone died, and you had to kill the leader of the whole Russian group and stuff. So there's a new leader, and yeah, he's even worse. There's a level that I'm not going to show on here because some people who have gotten a couple complaints. It's when you shoot a lot of civilians in an airport and you pretend to be a terrorist, and it's in Russia, and I just don't want to offend anyone, so I'm not going to be showing that level today. But if you want to know, I'm sure there's other videos of it on YouTube that you can search for. So yeah, the game, many people say that this game isn't realistic, and I beg to differ, because this game is pretty realistic. It's not like entirely realistic and stuff where you can just survive all these jumps and just sort of like survive all the bullets. But again, it's just a video game, and I think it's a great way at next generation gaming. Let's see. So the story picks up where the first one left off, and basically you work for a terrorist organization, more or less. You work for the CIA, you work for the US Army, and everything just is like sort of, it's really violent, and it's just everything's more or less just story driven, because the first game, the story wasn't really the highlights. I think they want to focus so much on multiplayer and stuff like that. So this is the 6th game in the Call of Duty franchise. I played Call of Duty 3, and I didn't really like it, to be honest. I actually thought it was one of like the worst games ever made, and so I picked up Call of Duty 4 a little bit late because I thought it was just the same thing. So I didn't really enjoy Call of Duty 3, and when Call of Duty 4 came out, it just changed my expectations completely. I mean, the amount of like violence and all this you know, just all the weapons and the amount of content that they displayed in the first game was just so amazing. And of course with multiplayer, I mean, the game became so popular that everyone literally was playing it. It was, I believe, I believe many people were playing that as like the Halo 3 franchise, and Halo 3 has like, what, a couple 100,000 players or something. So it is that popular. I'm sure there was a lot of people on launch day on the online. Alright, so yeah, that's enough of the story. It's good. So should you check this game out at least for the story? Yeah, I would say so. Let's talk about the graphics. So graphically, the game looks amazing. It looks so much better than the first one. I mean, with this game, they focus more on the quality and the looks of the guns and stuff. And they added tons more. So right now I'm using the ACR right now, and they added a lot of more guns that you can use online, so that's nice. And they took away some, but you know, most of the guns they took away no one really cared about. They brought most of the favorite ones back, but yeah, they changed a lot of stuff, and as you can see, the graphics are just amazing. So I like the graphics a lot. Are they the best? One of the best, you know, looking first-person shooters? Yeah, I would say so. It's definitely up there with, you know, one of the best-looking games. And I'm sure I haven't played the PlayStation 3 version yet. I'm not sure about it, but this is the Xbox 360 version. This is also available on the PS3. So if you want to play it on PS3, you can get it. So yeah, let's talk about. What else is there to talk about? Gameplay? Yeah, let's talk about gameplay. Gameplay, the game has the same basic controls that we all knew and loved from the first game. They changed just a bit, but not that much, and everything it feels like it runs so much smoother. And personally, for me, I was playing this game in 1080i on, you know, running 60 frames per second on a 37-inch HD TV. So if you're playing this in HD, you're going to notice that the way the game moves, it's all smooth, and also the graphics look just amazing. I mean, right now I'm recording with standard definition, and it still looks amazing. So, yeah, let's see what else. I'm not sure what else to really talk about. Alright, here's a level. This is near the end of the game. I don't want to spoil anything, so this is not the last level, but it's sort of like in the middle and near the end. But this is just how violent the game actually is, and how much they amped up the grittiness and the story-driven stuff. So they put a lot of hard work into this game, and it's much appreciated to the people who buy the game, because they don't want their $60 wasted with a game with all this hype, such as like Halo 3 ODST. I mean, I beat that game in 3.5 hours. I can't believe I spent my money on that. So, as I'm going out here, you may get a glimpse at what you'll see. This is just how violent the game actually is, and how much the story really drives the characters, and how everything just falls really basically into place. So, yep, that is the Capitol building right there. How does that make me feel? Well, it's a video game, and I'm not gonna get offended. If anyone does get offended, then, you know, stop watching this review, and just, your problems are your own, but whatever. Yeah, this is just how violent the game actually is. I mean, they turned Washington DC into a war zone, and in a way, it almost looks like Fallout 3, but then again, that's just a completely different game. I'm not doing a review on that. I did buy the Game of the Year edition, but I will not do a review on that just because the game came out more than a year ago. So yeah, this is the review actually. This is part 1, so you know, check out part 2. See how you guys like the multiplayer and special ops. And thanks for watching. So talk to you later.
We are going
Testing.